Good morning, sunshines. How's everybody doing? A few of you in early. I love it. Having their coffee, chatting with each other, saying good morning to me. I'm saying good morning to you because that's what we do here at Puerto Vallarta right now. It's 9 a.m. Puerto Vallarta time, of course. Good morning, everybody. It is August the 18th. If you're keeping up with those things, 2026. I'm your host, Brent Lane. Good morning. Good morning. Sherry was in bright and early today, shamelessly having her coffee. I love it. Sherry was followed up by Karen this morning. And then we had Renee from Reno here. Lovely L3. Great to see you. Hello, Mary. Good to see you as well. And yeah, talk amongst yourselves as well. I love that. So this is a community. Check out the scroll across the bottom if you want to know the weather or the exchange rates. Good morning, Slide. Nice to see you as always. Oh, what do we got today? Of course, we're going to have some water news. That's always part of the show. Good morning, Don Diego, a.k.a. Tom. Nice to see you. I did get some viewer mail, but I'm not going to be sharing it today because, as I always do, if it's not explicitly indicated, if I can share your information or your name or your username, I always ask and then find out from you whether or not I can share that. So I don't know yet. Good morning, Melissa. Good to see you again. You're going to be a topic here in a minute. And what else is going on? Let's look outside. So, hey, guess what it is? It's a cruise ship kind of day. There it is. Cruise ship in port today. I think just one. Let's take a look at the big in view. Sometimes the second one hides behind the first one. I think we just have one. Hard to tell, but we got a cruise ship here, which means we've got tourists here, which means people are visiting, spending their money here, supporting locals, supporting our wonderful Puerto Vallarta and all of Bahia de Banderas. Okay, what else is going on other than cruise ships out there and lots of good mornings? Oh, yeah, last night, dad's dinner. I love dad's dinners. Okay, these are pretty great. So, or parents' dinners, but we're with this one, we're going to go dad's dinners. So dad's dinners are pretty fun. So it's the obligatory. My parent is in town. My parents are in town. We're all going to be eating over at so-and-so. Stop by, interact. It's almost like this, like come by, see the dad, see how they interact. And it's super fun because they get here and they're like, okay, I like this. I don't like that. I went on this tour today. And yeah, last night was great. I even got some questions with Gary's dad. We had a great dinner, by the way, at Bistro. Lovely wait staff there as well as food. And yeah, it is great to see the cruise ships. I agree with that comment. But it's great. He even asked me a question that I'd never been asked before. He asked me how, because we were talking about, he was asking about our travels we did before we arrived here. Rehoboth Beach. Oh, yeah, out in Washington. Where is that? The state of Washington? I don't know. It's up in that area in the Northeast somewhere. But good morning to you. You get around, Mark Hartman. Good morning. Yeah, he asked me a question that I hadn't been asked before because I usually get asked about Delaware. Thank you. You know, how many continents have you been to? Have you been to all the continents? So we usually get asked about how many countries we've been to because we spent a year of travel and we've been around and we've hit a lot of countries in the world. Continent-wise, I've only missed one, and it's Antarctica. I feel like Antarctica's got to be on my list now. I've been to every continent in the world except for Antarctica. So thank you to Gary's dad for asking that question along with playing along. And, you know, parents always kind of like to pick on their kids when they're here just a little bit because they know you're living the good life in Puerto Vallarta. And so we all had a good time, shared lots of stories, just fun stuff. All right. So, hey, thanks for the invite last night. I appreciate it. I hope y'all have a great one. Big reminder as well, speaking of vacations, don't forget PVRN is going to be on vacation for a couple days. We're going to head off or back to Ciudad de Mexico. So Mexico City again. We'll be off air Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. This again, because we're in Mexico City and I don't really take the show on the road unless it's a longer trip because it's kind of hard to pack it up and go. So yeah, just remember, if you don't see me Friday, Monday, or Tuesday, I'm still coming back, I promise, with more of PVRN. All right. Oh man, let's grab some coffee. How's about? I feel like, oh, I don't even have my coffee cup. Oh no. What have I done? I was ill prepared for coffee time. Oh, this is not good. I've never had this before. All right, pretend I've got a coffee cup. And here we go. There it is, coffee cup. Oh, maybe I can get someone in the studio to give me a hand, at least hand me a cup. Oh, yeah. Reluctantly, my studio assistant is making her way to the coffee cups. It can be empty. It can be a prop. Nope, it's getting water. But it looks reluctant. The face says, I'm not your studio assistant. Hang on, watch this. Through the magic and special effects of PVRN, I've got a coffee cup now. That was amazing. Okay, let's do that again. Oh, wait, here we go. I'm off. There we go. Cheers. Okay, so thank you, lovely L3, for your assistance within the studio this morning. She's also my great fact checker. So thank you. Big round of applause for lovely L3 for helping me out. Appreciate it. All right. That was fun. All right. Cheers, everybody. Let's do some news before we get too ridiculous. This time of year, there's not as much news. So, we have a little more fun. But let's jump in. We know that was the live look, but let's jump into our first story today. So I actually have an account at BBVA. So this story was very important to me and probably important to you as well, as there was some news that hit the wire this morning. So if you bank with BBVA anywhere in Mexico, you do need to be double checking your mobile app today, and probably every day, as financial security experts are raising the alarm on a sophisticated fraud scheme that is targeting account holders by utilizing unauthorized pre-approved loans. So what scammers are doing is they're manipulating the mobile banking profiles to trigger pre-approved loan credit, transferring the funds out instantly and leaving unexpected customers stuck with heavy debts and high interest rates. The scam relies on tricking account holders into sharing sensitive verification codes or clicking phishing links disguised as official bank notifications from BBVA. Once the fraudsters gain entry, they execute the loan request in seconds, making it look as though the customer authorized the debt themselves. Securities officials stress that bank representatives will never phone you asking for passwords, dynamic security keys, or one-time passcodes. If you notice suspicious activity or unexpected credit pre-approvals on your banking dashboard, contact BBVA Fraud Prevention immediately. By the way, they have a U.S. line as well. You can look that up online. In case you do not speak enough Spanish, have a conversation with BBVA. And only contact them through their verified channels or numbers. Never trust unsolicited phone calls or text messages, as I mentioned already. Claiming your account is compromised, taking a few extra seconds to double check your settings and your account on a daily or worst case scenario, weekly basis is key and important. So thank you, Tribuna de la Bahia, for this first story today. And just keep your eyes on your stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be checking our account here soon just to be sure. I did also read that this scam is not only online, but there is a chance if you walk into a bank. Now, this is according to the story. I'm not calling out BBVA about anything. They're saying that there's also an in-person scam that's going on as well. So just be careful. I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to tell you, watch your ass, because nobody else is going to watch it for you. All right. So we'll leave it at that. Watch your ass is the quote of the day. All right. Moving on from watch your ass, we got to go watch your water. All right, watch your water time again, because of course this is no laughing matter, but we know we've been in a bit of a water issue here. So now if you live in mostly the northern sector of Puerto Vallarta, relief is on the way, as local crews are continuing to work around the clock to restore full water. Thank you, John, for the water around the screen. I appreciate that. So they're trying to restore full service, of course, and SEAPAL Puerto Vallarta has brought in 3 heavy-duty water tankers. Each of these tankers is carrying 20,000 liters to bolster emergency distributions, and neighborhoods now facing low pressure or no water, or a dry tap. These giant tankers join the existing fleet of delivery trucks and mobile tanks servicing impacted residential zones, while commercial repairs continue on the main supply infrastructure, as shown here in this photo. Now, the reason why I'm showing this photo is also they were blocking a bit of traffic with the work. I understand as of now, or as of this morning, that traffic diversion is no longer in effect. That's what I've read. And you now can pass through fine, even though work does continue with the water situation. Municipal workers did step in to take over critical maneuvers after a private highway concession failed to finish a scheduled pipe installation on time. I mentioned this yesterday. Um, yes, thank you to my studio. I'm gonna pay for that, or wait, me, I assume. Who's paying for that? Good morning, Kirsten. I've got the best studio assistant ever. Oh, ever. She's great. I love it. She's also my fact checker, just in case I mess anything up. All right, so municipal teams are managing two simultaneous fronts by driving forward on the mainline repairs while distributing free water directly to the homes that need it. Intermittent service has already been restored to 64 neighborhoods in the El Pitial district alongside parts of Versailles, La Aurora, Las Mojoneras, and Cedero de Luna. So these neighborhoods are still being affected, but I'm also seeing the water trucks are arriving and giving out that free water to those in need. All right. So overall, as of today, the municipal impact is now down about 20% of the local neighborhoods and hotel districts, a major reduction from initial 40%, which was the citywide outage. So we're down to about half. All right. We're going to keep an eye on this, but crews are trying to wrap up, get the final pressure test. And again, thank you so much to Tribuna de Bahia for that story. All right. Speaking of my studio assistant, once again, thank you so much. Without you, this cheers would not be possible with a cup. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, moving on. Oh, let's talk about sea turtles. I love sea turtles. I love talking about sea turtles, as you know. As a matter of fact, last night on CPS News with Jessy and Brent, the televised newscast, my trivia question for the evening was about the hawkbill turtle. Oh, thank you, John, for the turtle eggs and the turtles themselves. Spoiler alert, this one is about turtles and turtle eggs. But yeah, last night I asked Jessy in the trivia question, what was the local turtle here that's, most popular, as the most, most units in Puerto Vallarta. I don't know how to put it right now, but the species that's most prevalent here is the hawkbill turtle, which is the sea turtle here, which I generally get photos of. So that's pretty cool. All right. So if you've been walking along Playa de Muertos Beach recently, you may have caught a glimpse of conservation in action right on the shore. Local wildlife responders successfully rescued a clutch of sea turtle eggs from a high traffic area of the beach. This is important because the nesting turtles came ashore near a populated beach and a beach club, which prompts immediate action from beachfront staff and environmental specialists to safeguard the nests from foot traffic and rising tides. Somebody needs to tell the turtles, don't put your eggs in front of the beach clubs or the high populated beaches. You got to be more remote, like out at Boca de Tomatos or those areas. I mean, talk to your turtle friends if you see them. All right. So trained handlers, don't try this yourself. Carefully extracted the eggs, relocated them to a protected incubation camp managed by local conservationists. Female sea turtles routinely return to Bay of Banderas beaches during the summer nesting season, but heavily frequent spots like Los Muertos Beach pose major survival challenges for these vulnerable hatchlings. So moving the eggs ensures protection from natural predators, artificial lights, beachgoers, during this 2-month development window when these eggs need time. Beachgoers and residents are reminded, please keep a safe distance. If you spot a sea turtle laying eggs along the shoreline, I know it's exciting, but stay away, zoom in, use your zoom cameras, avoid using flashlight illumination or camera flashes on them, keep your pets on a leash, and then definitely notify the beach lifeguard right away. If you see a sea turtle nesting, let them know. They're going to bring out the conservationists because once incubated, these hatchlings will be safely released into the ocean under protected nighttime conditions. So, and it's actually a really fun thing to do. You can go up to the conservation site. We've done it, I think, 2 or 3 times, and they do a big turtle release, and it's just kind of fun to watch them bop, bop, bop into the water. And yeah, sure, it's sad for the turtles, but the happy thing is that Puerto Vallarta takes it very seriously, relocating those eggs, which is absolutely necessary, because if you don't, the eggs are going to get stomped on because you can't see them and they're buried, or the turtle's going to be messed with, and it's just not going to be a pleasant experience for everybody. So the relocation is actually really great, and the conservation, this location is really, really cool. Go check it up. It's straight up like Boca de Tomatos is with the beaches, and you'll see the Tortuga rescue there, and go out there and get your, they give you a little coconut and you put your one turtle in there and kind of set him out really nicely, and you watch him bop, and then they put out like 1,000 turtles, and they all go into the water doing this. Here you go. In case you're wondering what they're doing, you can probably see that better on the other camera. There you go. That's what the turtles do, in case you're wondering. I know I'm not a turtle with a boss hat. I promise. It's just me. And yeah, glad to. It's great that they're being protected 100%. That's the point of the story for sure. All right, keep doing what you're doing, and cheers to those conservationists out there who are doing what they're doing. Keep doing it. All right, we learned that I'm not a turtle, and I forgot my coffee cup today, but let's move on to kind of the obvious story right now. It's hot. It's real hot. So what is Mexico as a whole thinking about this? What's going on? You're going to learn a new word. So the National Advisory forecast extended Canícula, Canicula, heat across Mexico. Who knows what Canícula means? If I'm even saying it right, I'm sorry, but I had to look it up this morning. Yeah, baby. So fair enough, Sherry, you're funny. So I had to look it up, and it essentially translates loosely into the dog days of summer. That's what that means. So when you see that, that's what it is. That's the Canícula 2026, the dog days of summer. So if you have plans to be outside in general or travel across central or northern Mexico over the coming week, prepare for scorching temperatures and very sparse rainfall. Meteorological authorities have issued an advisory regarding the annual midsummer drought period known as the La Canícula. Weather models indicate that high pressure systems will dominate several Mexican states, suppressing cloud formations and keeping daily temperatures well above seasonal averages. I've mentioned to a lot of people and speaking to the locals here that have been here, 40, 50 years, their whole lives, at least a month or so ago, they were saying this is the hottest summer they've ever experienced. So early on, and so little rain. We talked about that last night during the dad dinner. So this midsummer heat phenomenon typically hits central, eastern, and southern states hardest, causing localized dry spells despite being in the middle of the rainy season. While coastal areas like Jalisco experience monsoon humidity, interior states face elevated heat indices and reduced soil moisture. Health officials are warning travelers and residents in affected zones to stay hydrated, avoid direct sun exposure during peak afternoon hours, and check on vulnerable family members and friends and neighbors. Agricultural sectors and water management agencies are monitoring regional reservoir levels very closely as demand for cooling and irrigation is spiking right now. Weather forecasters expect these dry, hot conditions to persist and keep those temperatures up and that thermometer exploding for at least the next 7 days before standard seasonal rainfall patterns possibly will resume, according to forecasters. So just keep extra water on hand, plan your outdoor activities for early morning or after hours. And if you're traveling inland this week, just be cautious of that. It's going to be hot, hot, and more hot. Okay, that's from the Captain Obvious department of our newscast here. But yeah, we are in the Canícula. We are in the dog days of summers, and we are just doing what we can to keep the AC running as much as we need to and stay cool and hydrated as much as we can. All right, with that, we're almost out of time. I had a great show with you today. We had some fun. We had our first Coffee Cam faux pas and first coffee delivery during the show. Appreciate you hanging with that. We learned about sea turtles and water issues, as we frequently do. And we learned a little bit about the BBVA things going on. A bit of fraud out there. So take a minute, just check your app, keep an eye on yourself because nobody else is going to keep an eye on it for you. And of course, as always, take a minute. Please subscribe to my channel. I need more subscribers. I'm on a subscriber run right now. I'm at about 740 something, 750. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's my next big goal. So if you know anybody, if you got anybody out there that's interested in this or may find some interest in the show, please subscribe. And then when you do, by hitting that bell, be sure to hit notifications all. And last but not least, of course, I love viewer mail. As I always tell you, pvrnmx@gmail.com. And that's a great way to reach me if you got a story idea, if you want something to share, if you just have an anecdote, if you have something you want to say great about the show, if you got some feedback about the show that's not great, I'll listen to it. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Enjoy the day, everybody. Maybe we'll get a little rain today, as you said. Loved having you all on here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back again tomorrow. And then the vacation days are coming. I'll remind you that every single day. But those are a few more days out. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining in, everybody. I appreciate it. PVRN right now.